Hey, and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to show you the most amazing organization transformation, but it's also so much more than just a pretty before and after. I'm volunteering to help change a local mom's life. Seana has two adorable kids. She works full time and she also runs multiple side businesses out of her home. She's busy. She's working nonstop, but she's also trying to maintain a spotlessly organized home and just do everything, and she feels like she's drowning. So this video, it's more than just an organizing makeover. I'm gonna help Seana let go of stuff, let go of control, but most importantly, let go of unreal expectations that she's put on herself. So we're in Seana's craft room, and you run multiple businesses out of here.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's tiny, and it's also your closet.
Yeah.
How do you feel in here, walking into here?
Overwhelmed. Like, I don't want to be in here.
And yet you're working in here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh, she needs the paper and she needs the vinyl and she needs the t-shirts and you need like everything. You've done an excellent job at streamlining, and I don't see excess. Here's what I'm going to say. Every inch counts. And so I'm going to push you out of your comfort zone, because I know everything I pick up, you are going to see not just a scrap of vinyl, but what this could be.
Yeah.
And the money that it would cost to replace it.
Okay.
And everything's going to feel like anxiety inducing. Are you feeling anxious?
Yes.
I can feel it radiating off of her. Seana is such a classic B organizer, so it's really hard for her to let go of anything. So I'm starting with just trash. We're just finding things to go that are obviously garbage, but she can't help but want to sort into piles. It's like this is her nature. She doesn't want to just find things to go. She wants to put things in lots of little categories. You're such a typical B. You're like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to set it here and I'm going to get to it later. And then one pile turns into 50 piles. And then you're like, but I know exactly where that is and I can find it in a minute. So I don't want to move it because this is where it goes. What if instead of piling it on the floor till later, you just were like, well, at least it's in. Does that bug you?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like I won't know, you know what, it'll be there, and then when I need it, now I have to go back through this pile. Do you get what I'm saying? I am going through a pile now.
But it's a pile on the floor.
If I have a spot for it, in my mind I'm always like, this needs a spot. If I have a spot for it and it's organized by color, then, you know?
This is so good. I hope you are really hearing this, especially bees and crickets. This is exactly what everyone says. I want to do it perfect. I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to redo things. I don't want to create extra work for myself. I don't want to be stressed out that I can't find something. So I'm going to get to it later. Yeah. And I'm going to do it right tomorrow or next week or the week after. And then so you're putting it in a pile and putting it in a pile and putting it in a pile and putting it in a pile. But like 2 months from now, that pile was buried under a bunch of stuff. And I know, like, you know, but that's a mental load that you now have to carry of where everything is at all times. Seana's perfectionism is really not only making her pile everywhere, but kind of procrastinate till she can do things perfectly later, which is making more work for her. Everywhere we look, it's to-do piles. It's more work. I have to show her how to embrace good enough. That's what this is all about. I have to help her let go of the need to do everything perfectly. Your poor brain! Because you've got to think of where your scrap is and where this, and I've got to get to this, and I've got to get to this, and I have this project that's half finished, and I have this that I have to do, and I have this that I have to do, and I have to fold the laundry, and I can't just throw the t-shirts in the drawer without being folded. That's nuts. That's nuts, right?
This is my life.
So I want you to practice doing it shitty. I know you're thinking in your mind, worst case scenario, I'm not going to find the scrap. I'm not going to know it's in here. I'm not going to do this. We're just going to move it to the front. And I know it's not color coordinated, and I know that really bothers you. But you know what? You got bigger fish to fry, friend, because your craft room is your closet. It's like you're so focused on the little things, you're not seeing the big picture, which is that you're drowning. It's time for me to start pushing Seana a little bit harder, so I'm giving her the decluttering rules. If she hasn't used something in the last 12 months, if she wouldn't buy it again, and if she doesn't love it, she's gotta let it go. Have you used this in the last year?
It's installed on my laptop. Like, this is just, where does this go now?
It goes in the garbage.
This is just a bag of things. Like, you know,
No.
we're moving these things from one place to another.
Stuff shuffling.
Yeah. So really, I don't need these items. These can go.
For every one thing Seana's decluttering, there's like 2 things she wants to put in a pile till later, something she wants to fix or a project she's not quite done. And this mentality, again, of like, I'm just gonna do it later, always just creates more problems in the long run. So I have to get really real with her.
All these like someday I'm going to get to projects are adding up to a really overwhelming space for you.
Okay.
And it's like, this is endless to-dos. We've already looked at like, that's a to-do and that's a to-do. And you're like, how much time do you have in your day?
I don't have enough time.
No, you don't. And every day more projects get added to the pile.
Yeah.
And projects aren't leaving your pile.
Okay.
And that's crazy pants overwhelming.
I don't know if Seana's just sick of hearing me nag and say the same thing over and over again, but like something clicked and she's letting go of so much. So many things are leaving her craft room. So now it's time to move on to clothing.
It's very relatable. Not to me, because I'm an anti-perfectionist, but to a lot of people that I work with. And I keep saying bees and crickets, but what I mean by bee and cricket is perfectionism mindset of, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it right. I don't want to go back and redo something. What I hear from a lot of people is, I would rather put it in a pile and put that on my mental to do later, than put it away badly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd rather have a mess that I'm going to deal with later than have a drawer that maybe isn't perfect.
Yes.
Your expectation of yourself isn't real. I'm a professional organizer. My house isn't like that. Guess what? The home edit, it's a lie. That's not real.
Okay.
To be perfect all the time. And you're striving for something, and in the meantime, you're working so hard and still drowning.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do to dip your toe in the crappy water of just, I'm more important. My peace of mind is more important. When we are decluttering, we're not caring where it goes. Everything we're donating today is going to Goodwill and stop.
Okay.
And it's not going to feel right. And you're going to want to find an animal shelter for your blankets. And you're going to want to find a women's shelter for the clothes. And maybe a friend. Oh my God, my best friend would look so good in this. Maybe I'll just call her and see if she wants it.
Yeah.
It's all going to Goodwill.
Okay.
And it's going to be gone. And you'll never have to think about it again. And it's something off your to-do list. And that's more important.
Yes. Yes. I can get rid of this. This can go. I like this too. Yes. That can go.
You also, I just noticed this is all color coordinated, because of course it is. You little dork. Okay, what about this one?
No, that can stay. This can probably go.
Okay.
Can I make a pile of the shorts and decide which ones I want and which ones I don't want?
Because
I feel like I may have a lot. I know I have a lot of shorts, but I need to decide which ones I like more than the other ones. Like, if I'm going to keep one, which ones would I rather keep?
I'm going to challenge you. Instead of taking one pile and making lots of piles, here's what we're going to do. I want you to trust your gut. And then after, when you see the keep, if you feel like that's not enough, then we'll go through and pick a few more. Instead of sorting like that. Can we just do, because like, trust your gut. Do you like these? Not like, I don't know if I have others, but like, do you like these?
Yeah, I feel like they're comfortable. I would wear them.
Yeah, we can always pick them back out. Like, none of this is permanent. We're going to go, you can go through and we'll like, oh, I don't not have enough shorts. And then we'll grab some more. No big deal.
Okay, yes. This is a big pile. I don't want to look at it.
You're killing it. I'm going to do this. Here is what I want you to do. Not fold that till the next time I see you. Just for fun. I want you to just dip your toe in the doing something crappy water. I'm not suggesting that you're never going to fold again.
I feel like doing something crappy is not cooking dinner for my kids and us going out to eat instead of cooking.
That's good too. Who cares? Do that too. But also, what if you didn't and you just laid in bed and watched a movie and enjoyed your evening? What if you just did that?
Then the whole time I'm watching a movie, I'm going to be thinking about doing this stuff.
What if we just practiced for a day? How about today? We're not going to fold those.
Okay.
And today, after I leave, you're just going to chill.
Seana decluttered so much. Dozens of bags and boxes left her home. Clothing, craft supplies. I was shocked at how much she let go of, so now comes the fun part. I get to show her the joy of having less stuff, less work, and way less expectations.
So we're back for day 2. I'm excited. This is going to change her life. Our whole goal is to make this a proper craft room because she's running a business out of this teeny tiny space. The biggest thing is taking the closet out and putting it into the bedroom. An open closet is going to work for her as a bee in her bedroom and give her a real space for her business. So Emily and I are going to unload all of this stuff so we can bring in shelving. And while we're doing this, Joe is going to be working in the bedroom. So in this bedroom, I got a little carried away during declutter day and we rotated the bed. It already feels so much bigger. My budget is teeny tiny, so we're using what she has. We're actually, when I say we, I mean Joe. Joe's gonna move the television over the dresser. She sold this unit here that was a cute fireplace, but it wasn't practical. And when you're short on space, every piece of furniture has to be functional. So instead, this is where her closet's gonna go. So all of the clothes will be in this bedroom and she'll have a dedicated craft room. But this is a huge job and we literally have like 6 hours to do 2 rooms and it's just Joe, Emily, and I. So we gotta get started. Come on, Joe. So now that we've cleared a spot, we're gonna bring in the new bookcases and just rotate this so we can have this entire wall be her giant workspace. This desk unit actually is pretty awesome. She did a really good job designing it. It's just some like organizing pieces at the bottom that she then put plywood on top. I'm gonna give her a little bit bigger of a desk, but I love this setup. So I'm gonna take it apart and move it in between here and this wall is going to be amazing on a shoestring budget. These bookcases were just $60 each. Seana has so many printers, so I got this really inexpensive baker's rack from Amazon because it's deep enough for a microwave, so hopefully it's deep enough for all the printers. And I'm going to put that right here. So everything's in place. Now it's just time to organize. There's a lot of stuff we have to bring in, but I'm excited. There's a ton of storage. This baker's rack, it's pretty incredible how all of the huge printers fit and her Cricut. I'm feeling excited. The homeowner had these like cute polka dotted things. I asked where she got them from because obviously she loved them and she said Michael's. And I went and they had a whole bunch of other boxes. So I got everything to match. I'm going with like a gold and white theme in here. And so that's it. It's like finishing touches time, organization, and then we're gonna surprise her.
I've been trying my best for a while, trying to please everyone who's around me. I've been putting on a fake smile, even though I'm wasting time. I don't want to be trapped in a box.
So I wish we could have painted, but we can't. And there's a lot of damage all over the walls. So I'm actually just gonna cover it with some like little art that I picked up, really inexpensive, and some dollar store fake plants, just so it looks fresh and clean.
I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new.
The craft room is organized. It looks absolutely amazing. I can't wait for her to see it. I can't wait for you to see it. I only spent $300 in this space. So now I'm gonna jump over and just finish organizing the bedroom where I'm spending $0. We just moved in the closet system from the office into her bedroom and a little bit of like straightening and organization. It's crazy pants the difference. And we are done. We're exhausted. I'm hot and sweaty. It's been a very long day, but it looks amazing. This really small bedroom was definitely transformed. Really was $0 spent. There's so much floor space in this tiny bedroom now. I can't wait to show her. But what I'm most excited about is definitely the craft room. So now it's time to bring Seana home. Okay, before you open your eyes, I want you to remember what this room was before we decluttered, where it was a hot mess sandwich. There was like no space, no floor space at all, stuff everywhere. Are you ready to see your new bedroom?
I don't know.
Oh shoot.
It's so cute! Shoot, I have a cute bedroom. I'm excited.
And it looks so much bigger, even though there's now a closet in here.
I know. I'm excited.
So look at your closet. What do you think?
I'm excited. I'm excited about this. I thought that when I was thinking like, oh, if I have a closet in here, I'm going to feel like, no, I feel like, yeah.
Okay, you ready to go
Yes.
see the real transformation, which is your craft room?
Okay.
Are you nervous?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Oh my gosh, I cannot
Okay,
get
wait.
too far into this.
On the
right now.
count of 3.
Oh.
1, 2, 3. Open your eyes.
Shut up.
It's so cute! I'm getting emotional. Yay! We can both cry. Oh. You totally deserve like. I'm a crybaby too.
Oh, it's so cute. I didn't expect this.
I mean, it's your same desk.
Yeah. It looks so different.
It looks so different. It's just putting it on this wall. What a
Fancy craft room.
It's super fancy. Yes, it feels so big.
It does. I didn't know I had this much space because I have no closet here.
Because you have no closet here. And just taking it off of this wall and putting it onto this wall and going up.
I'm even thinking about my bedroom. Why did my bedroom look like this? And I had all of those things to make it happen and I couldn't make it happen.
I think sometimes we just need an outside perspective.
Okay. Yes, we do. That's why I was saying like a third person.
A third person to come in and say, hey, why don't you move it on this wall instead?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yay! Yay! My office is my favorite part. I'm lying. I was going to say I don't think I have a favorite part. I do have a favorite part. I think I needed this. Like, to come in here and work in here, I'm going to feel good about working in here. And before, I felt like I'm excited to do the stuff I'm doing, but I'm not excited to do it in the space that I'm doing it in.
I think this was one of my favorite transformations I've ever done. Not just because it's a cute before and after, and I spent so little money. So it's a really like small space, budget friendly makeover, but it's the change in Seana that I just am so in love with. She's more calm. She's more self-assured. She's just more confident in herself and happier. Just, I can feel her happiness. And I've talked to her since then. She just keeps emailing how much easier her life is. And so I hope you're feeling inspired. I hope you're feeling inspired if you're also a bit of a perfectionist to let go of your expectations, to let go of the stuff, and just give yourself a little grace. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. I want to talk about serendipity for serendipitous moments for a second. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but basically like when you're not looking for things and things just happen to pop into your like life and it works out in some crazy perfect way. I feel like every time I organize, this happens. Every time I organize a space, I'm not a detailed person. I always forget to take measurements. I always forget to kind of plan things. And then at the last minute, I'm like, oh, well, what's on sale this week? And somehow, miraculously, it always works out. Like when I did Amy and Matt's basement, and I just happened to have the exact number of white totes left over from another project that fit perfectly on the shelving they already had. Like, oh, serendipitous. Anyways, this makeover was very similar to that. So the shelving I found on sale at Walmart, and I was like, we didn't 100% measure the wall. Magically, it fit like a glove, like perfect, like I measured. And I was just looking for something to have this huge printer on. I noticed there was a sale on Amazon on like a microwave cart. The printer slit in like butter, you guys. Like somehow magically I planned this, which I did not. And yesterday, this other moment happened. So we were decluttering at another client's house. And she bought the home off a widow, and the widow left a lot of the big heavy furniture when she moved into a condo. And so we were helping her declutter the other homeowner's furniture and her furniture. And I posted pictures of everything, and I got a message from someone who had recognized the roll top desk, and she reached out to me. She just happened to be on Facebook and said, is this from, and she put the address in, and I was like, yes. And she said, that's my brother's desk. My brother passed away. I didn't get a chance to get anything from the home before my sister-in-law had moved. I recognize the desk. Is there any way that I can have it? And we were giving all this stuff away for free. She just happened to be on Facebook at the same time as I happened to post. She lived in a different city, you guys, and came and picked it up. And so like, that's some serendipitous level stuff. I'm curious, let me know in the comments below if anything like this has happened, like something just popped up in your life at the right moment and everything seemed to work out magically. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.